Okay, here we are again, back in KG's kitchen. And today what we're going to do, yep, you guessed it, homemade chicken noodle soup. Nice and cold outside, perfect weather for it. So I said to myself, why not, let's do it. I'm going to use this fryer split breast with ribs. Normally I buy skinless boneless chicken breast, but this was there. It was a pretty decent price for it, so I said, you know what, I'll get this. I'll take the skin off of it, and we'll use this here. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this how my mother showed me years ago. This is how she would make her homemade chicken noodle soup, and this is how I remember it. So this is how I'm gonna make it today. So the first thing we got to do, I should probably go over the ingredients. Of course, chicken breast, carrots, celery. This here, she normally used like 3 to 4 chicken bouillon cube, but this here stuff is amazing. I bought this at Ollie's. Let me see here. I got it for $1.29, and there are 12 packets in here. Now it says each packet makes 2 cups or 2 bowls of broth, but I'll tell you what, a packet of this will make 4 cups of broth, and it still tastes real good and chicken-like. So this is good stuff. I wish I'd bought more of these. This is my second box, and it's getting down there. Anyway, chicken breast, celery, carrots, medium egg noodles, and the bouillon. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this out of here and get that skin off. So let's do that. Okay, there we go. We got the skin off these breasts. Got this pretty nice looking breast, and I like the fact that it's got the rib bones in there, because that'll give this flavor also. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill this pot up about halfway with water. We're going to get that boiling and put these chicken breasts down in there. Okay, there we go. We got that pot about halfway, a little under half, but that's all right, close enough. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this coarse kosher salt in there, but not a lot. That's about enough right there. Not a lot of that, because when you add your bouillon, it's going to add a lot of sodium to it. So you don't need to go crazy there, but that just helps flavor the chicken a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do is stick these chicken breasts right down in there right now. We don't have to wait for this to come to a boil. Just get these right in there. Get them underneath the water. All right, and we'll boil these until they're done. Just boil them until they're cooked completely through. We'll take these back out of the water, skim off any kind of fat that has rendered off these, and then we'll use the water that we're boiling these in as our base. So that's going to be our broth, and we'll add chicken bouillon to it, and then the rest of our stuff here, the carrot, celery, and then the very last thing, noodles. So let's get this boiling, get it all cooked up. In the meantime, I'm going to cut some of this stuff up. Okay, there you have it. We got our carrots cut up, we got our celery cut up. Now I like to use a little bit of the celery leaves also. It just adds to the flavor. I always do that. I know you're probably saying, it looks like there's more carrots than there is celery. Well, it probably is. And you want to know why? Because I like carrots. This is a real simple recipe. Chicken, celery, carrots, fresh cracked black pepper, chicken bouillon, and that's about it, man. Oh, and the egg noodles. Very simple homemade chicken noodle soup, but it turns out excellent. So let's check on this chicken. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. It's been about 10-15 minutes at a boil. I'm going to say this is probably just about done. So what we'll do is we'll pull this out, and there's not a lot of fat floating around, which is good. It's real good. But what we'll do is we'll pull this out, put it on a plate to cool down just a little bit. We'll shred this up, and it'll go back into here. But before that, we'll stick the celery, carrots, chicken bouillon, and some of that black pepper. Put the chicken breast back in. Let this simmer until your vegetables are tender. When your vegetables are tender and it's tasting good, you know, then you stick your noodles in. Now, my mother used to turn off the heat, throw the noodles in, and just let it sit until they were done. I think I'm going to actually just let mine simmer for a couple minutes before I shut it off. Or maybe I should try it like she did. I don't know. You know what? We'll decide when we get to that point. So let's get this chicken out of here, put it on a plate, and get this stuff in there. Look at that. That is done all the way through. Like I say, it's about 15 minutes, give or take, at a boil, and chicken cooks quick, so we'll let this cool, get it shredded up, and get it put back into here. But in the meantime, let's do this. Let's add our veggies. Oh, that's already looking good. Look at that. That's already looking good. Let's add our carrots. I gotta find my handy dandy spoon that I love. Okay. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Let's put a little fresh black and white peppercorns in there. This is going to take 2 hands. Okay, just like that. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to get it too hot or spicy. Then you know what? I'm going to start with 1 packet of this. I'm going to start 1 packet of this instant chicken broth. I'm going to start 1 pack because this stuff is pretty potent. It's pretty strong. If it needs more, when it's about finished, then we'll add more. But for now, we're going to go with this. That might do it. Alright, I'm going to put the lid back on this, bring it back up to a simmer, and in the meantime, shred the chicken up. So let's do that. Okay, I just took a taste of it, of the broth, and it does need another packet of this. So that's the equivalent of 4 chicken bouillon cubes. So if you're keeping track of this, if you want to make this yourself, you could write down 4 chicken bouillon cubes. And that'll probably be the correct amount. That's how my mom used to do it. She would use like 4 cubes. I don't know why I thought I could get away with 2, but or just 1 pack. Yep, that did it right there. That's the flavor we're looking for. Okay, let's get this chicken shredded up and get it in there. Alright, there we go. That's the meat from 2 chicken breasts. when I do this, as you can see, I get the meat off there. Nothing gross goes into my chicken noodle soup. It's just all white meat. I don't put the fat in or nothing. So I pick around all that, and here's what you come up with. So let's get this into this. Come on, get in there. Okay. It's in there. That's looking good already, ain't it? That is looking awful good already. Nothing to it. Absolutely nothing to it. Now what I'm going to do is just let this boil. Bring it back up to a simmer. Let it boil until these vegetables are tender. And at that point, we'll put our noodles in. Maybe about a half a pack. Let them get tender, and then the soup is done. Okay. It's been simmering for about 20 minutes once I got the chicken, the carrot, celery, and all that in there. Actually, looking at the clock, it's about 22 minutes this has been simmering for. And the carrots and celery are nice and tender. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add noodles. Now this is a 16-ounce package. I'm going to put about half this in there. Yep, that's about half. So about 8 ounces of medium egg noodles. Okay. Now, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this cooking with the noodles or not, but you know what? If we're going to do it like Mom did it, let's do it like Mom did it the whole way through. So what I'm going to do is shut this heat off and put the lid on it. Do you think I need more in there? Let's see. No, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at 8 ounces. Okay, so I'm going to shut the heat off, put the lid on it. This says that it cooks al dente in 7 minutes. I imagine there's enough heat in there to do something. So I'm going to shut the heat off, place the lid on it. Let's put the lid on right now. Kick the heat off, and I'll see you guys back here in 7 minutes. And we'll see if I made it work like Mom used to make it work. Alright, here we are. It's been more like 10 minutes, okay? But I'll be doggone if she wasn't right. Them noodles are done perfectly. So yeah, last step, put your noodles in, cut the heat, put the lid on, and they cook perfectly. So now, the only thing left to do is take some of this out and show you guys what it looks like in a bowl and get myself a taste of it. Would you look at that? I like mine with a little extra pepper on top. But look at this. Look at this. How can you go wrong? I'll tell you what, on a nice cold winter day like it is today, and you're looking for a simple but hearty soup, This is your answer right here. Homemade chicken noodle soup, the way Mom did it. This is absolutely delicious. So there you have it. Another cooking vid in KG's Kitchen. So until next time, thanks for watching.